Hello again, my name is Tori from Texas A&M University, Central Texas. I'm the current yoga instructor, and so today we'll be practicing our next installment of socially distanced yoga mindfulness. This is my cat Bjorn. He's going to be in and out of the screen constantly. You're probably going to hear his Tinkerbell every now and then. Sorry. He just likes to be in my space. So aside from that, I don't really play music during my videos just because I know a lot of people have a lot of different tastes in music, and so I would not recommend choosing music that has a lot of words in it because it might draw your attention away from what you're doing and what you're feeling. But if you want to listen to music with words, go for it. I'm not the boss of you. So I would definitely recommend finding a very long stretch video online of just whatever music kind of puts you in the right mindset. And that being our mindset here in this practice, which I'll repeat again, is without judgment, without expectation, and without the desire to accomplish any one thing in particular. So when you're in this practice with me, I don't want you to worry so much about what your posture looks like, what you physically look like moving from one place to another. It's not going to be easy, especially when we start new, when we start fresh. And it's not going to be easy if we're recovering from a recent injury or maybe just tenseness that we've been holding on to. So there's no pressure here to be perfect by any means, but I do want you to try to push into a sort of challenge for yourself. And I'm going to let you be the judge of what that balance looks like for you between your intended effort and how much you need to step back and rest. So I want you to be confident enough to understand when you're moving into a place, if I've cued you to do something and you're trying it out and it just does not feel right, I'm not expecting you to stay there. So just don't bully yourself here. We want to challenge ourselves a little bit so that we can go beyond our comfort zone and expand. But we also want to make sure that we're doing it safe and comfortably enough that it feels like something that we can continue building off of. We're not going to go so far out of our way to end up injuring ourselves and then taking steps back from where we are today, So anyway, I'll let you be the judge of that without judgment, without expectation, without the desire for accomplishment. You just decide how you want to feel today, how you want to allow that breath to move. And the easiest place to start is with our mindfulness. So we'll come into any comfortable seated posture that we like. I personally just like happy pose here, crisscross, Sukhasana. But if you need to kick the legs out to give more space for the hips or for the knees, by all means, find whatever space is right for you. Root the two hips strong underneath you. Stack up the spine piece by piece, tall and proud. Let's roll the shoulders down and back, and then relax the face. And let's begin to soften at the eyes. Maybe look down to the mat or close the eyes completely. Relax the jaw away from the face. And just breathe. Let the breath rise in the body as it does naturally. And let the breath fall away. Okay, 2 more great breaths here. All right, when you feel ready, let's go ahead and awaken the face again, open the eyes. Let's sweep the hands way out wide and tall overhead, and let's try to cross our arms like we did last time so that we can act as though we're hanging onto our elbows or maybe just our wrists, whatever works best for us. We're going to lean a little bit to our right side and take a great big breath. Okay, and then we'll rise back up and we'll lean a little bit to our left side and take a great breath. Awesome. We'll come back to neutral. Let's reach the hands way up tall beside us. And then let's drop our right hand to our right side. And let's walk that hand out a little bit so that we start to tilt over. We're going to still keep the spine tall. We're just going to lean from the hips. And let's reach that left hand across the midline of the body. Great breath. Inhale, rise up, both palms to the sky. When you're ready, drop the left hand to your side, walk it out a little bit, still keeping the spine tall, just add an angle, and then lean over with that right hand as well. Big breath. We're not going so far, we're just trying to create a little space in that shoulder space in the rib cage. Okay, let's rise up both palms. Let's exhale, sweep the palms way behind our back and try to lace the fingers behind us. So I'm going to rotate real quick. When we have the fingers laced behind us, it is up to you if you want the elbows to remain soft or if you want to push the arms strong. It's up to your shoulders too. But we're going to move a little bit here this time, which we haven't done yet. So let's see if we can open up that heart space wide towards the front of our mat. Let's lift our face nice and neutral. And then we're going to try to inhale and try to pull the pinkies up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let the thumbs draw us back down heavy. Inhale to rise up just a little bit. Exhale to release. Okay, take your time. One more time, let's rise up a little. And then let's come back down and let's drop the palms heavy to our side. Shake out the arms a little bit. Let's go ahead and sweep the palms way up wide and tall. And I'm going to turn to you guys real quick because we're going to try something a little bit different today to help us open up our back, our upper back. So let's bend in the elbows, and we're going to plant the elbows maybe about shoulder height right in front of us so that the arms are bent at 90 degrees. And then let's exhale and bring the palms and the elbows towards the midline. All right? So once we have the palms and the elbows towards the midline, this is going to be complicated for a lot of us because we hold a lot of tension in our upper back. So if your elbows don't quite meet today, that's okay. Push as close as you can and try to maintain what you have, okay? If you think you can go a little bit further than this, you are welcome to lift your right elbow and cross inside of your left elbow so that the outsides of the arms are facing each other. And maybe you feel comfortable bringing the backs of the palms together, okay? Maybe you feel comfortable dropping that left hand low and sweeping the two faces of the palms to meet each other. So this would be our eagle arms 3, okay, our complete eagle arms, or maybe our step 2, where just the backs of the palms together, or maybe just step 1, where we're just trying to get the elbows together, okay? You can go as far or stay as neutral as you like. Great breath in the body. And exhale, let's unwind and drop the arms down heavy. Whew. All right, let's leave the finger pads in the mat beside our hips so that the hands are a little bit active here. Okay, and we're gonna roll through our shoulders, okay? So when we inhale, we push the shoulders forward and up. And when we exhale, we'll push the shoulders back and down. And we're gonna exaggerate as much as we can. Forward and up, backward and down. One more circle. And exhale, shake it out if you need to. Okay, we're gonna try that on the opposite side, but let's go back to our reaching backwards first. So, inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, swing the palms behind the back. Try to lace the fingers at the midline. Push the palms or let them rest. Either way, we're gonna lift our chin to neutral. Inhale, bring the pinkies up to the sky. Exhale, drop the thumbs back down heavy. Inhale, rise up if you can. Exhale to rest. All right, we're just working on building that range of motion, that mobility here, okay? When you're ready, let's drop the arms heavy to our side. Shake it out if you need to. And like last time, we're going to try those eagle arms again. So we'll sweep the palms wide and tall. Exhale, bend the elbows before the shoulders, okay? When you're ready, bring the palms and elbows towards the midline. We're going to cross the opposite this time. So maybe the left elbow rises up and crosses over the right. Maybe the backs of the palms meet, or maybe the faces of the palms meet. Totally up to you. Step 3, step 2, or just step 1. Maybe not even today. And there's Binghorn again. All right. So whatever eagle arms we have, we're going to take 2 more great breaths because I'm pretty sure I was talking a little bit more last time. Try to keep those elbows lifted. We don't want to sink down and give up. Try to keep them up. And then unwind on the exhale. Drop the palms to those finger pads beside us at the hip and roll through the shoulders. 3 great circles. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale back and down. I know we're holding a lot of tension in our shoulders lately, okay? Roll through it. Working on opening up that space. Shake out the arms when you're ready. Awesome. Let's go ahead and sweep the palms wide and tall one more time. But when we're reaching up to the sky, we relax those shoulders. But this time, let's try to bring the palms to our midline and lace the fingers around each other. Let's exhale, push the heel to palm up towards the sky. Again, like when we're reaching back, you can choose strong elbows or soft elbows. You're the boss here. We're going to lean a little bit to our left side, our right side, and we're going to lean a little bit to our left side. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Come back up to neutral. All right, let's drop those palms. Let's draw them in front of the body and drop them down to shoulder height so that now it feels a little bit like we're pushing forward. I'm going to rotate real quick. Hang in there. Okay, so just like reaching back, just like reaching up, you can soften the elbows or you can push, but try to keep the shoulders straight up over the hips so we're not pushing ourselves out. We're not dumping into the back. Keeping the back tall, we're keeping the shoulders down away from the ears, okay? Whatever you choose to do with those elbows. One more breath. Awesome. Let's soften at the elbows, turn the heel to palm back in on each other and rock the wrists around. I know we're probably at our computers a lot, so tickety-tacking, clacking, writing all day. Ugh. But let's go ahead and shake the arms out one last time, and let's see if we can rise up to standing. So from our seated place, however you like to come up, we're going to plant those feet strong beneath the body. We're going to stack up the knees over the heels, hips over the knees. We're going to remind ourselves to relax those knees so it doesn't feel like we're too tense here. We'll stack up the heart, the spine, we'll roll the shoulders back, and we have our mountain here. Okay, rock the body weight into the toes, back into the heels. Get comfortable with the way that the body weight is settling into the feet beneath you. And let's use our next breath to sweep the palms wide and tall. And we're going to reach up to the sky. And we're going to reach with the palms, and we're going to lift the heart, but we're going to relax the shoulders. Let's lift our gaze up to the sky as well, and maybe even lean a little bit back. Tiny back bend. Find our neutral spine, and then let's move into our chair pose. Bend at the knees, push the hips back like we're looking for a chair behind us. We should be able to carry our body weight back into the heel of our foot so that our toes are a little bit free here. And then we're going to drop our palms down to shoulder height like someone is handing something to us here, and just hold. Okay, hold for a moment in our chair. And I'm going to try and challenge us in this chair here, okay? Let's see if we can set those feet a little bit outside of hip width. Okay, we've still got the knees stopped. We're still pushing the hips towards the back of the room. We're still reaching forward. Okay, let's try to shift our body weight over to our right foot first, and then we'll peel up our left knee and our left heel. Okay, and we're going to shift our body weight back. So let's exhale, drop that heel, move over. Inhale, lift up the right knee, right heel. Okay, exhale. And exhale. One more time on each side. Awesome. Come back to your neutral chair and plant both feet. Reach up to the sky, long arms, long legs. Opportunity to lift with the hands and the heart. Lean a little bit back. Find our neutral spine again and exhale, forward fold. When we lower to our forward fold, we're trying to keep our back as straight as we can. It's not perfect. Remember, we're not perfect. But if our hamstrings are really tense today, soften at the knees. That's going to help release some of that tension. Okay, we want the spine to be as tall as we can get it. Not perfect. We're going to drop the crown of the head heavy to the ground. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Awesome. Let's rise up to the top of our shin bone, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. This time, hug the legs if you can, wherever you like to hold still. And drop the palms heavy beneath us. Let's go ahead and take our walking step back with our right foot. Let's go ahead and climb up over that left side. All right, when we've gotten ourselves into our tall warrior one, we've got a short stance. Remember, it's just a walking step back. We're not taking our long stance, warrior one. Just our short stance today. The back leg is long and strong, but the front knee is bent so that it's safe over our front ankle, creating a straight line in that shin bone. And then we're going to sweep the palms to the sky. And then we're going to exhale, drop the palms heavy to the sides of our hips here. Okay? So when we have the hands to the sides of our hips, I want you to still feel tall, like you're kind of posing like Superman or Supergirl, however you want to say it. Okay? Whoever you want to imagine yourself, tall, proud, wide open heart space, confident spine. We're going to be rocking back and forth today, so I'm going to challenge our balance a little bit. Let's inhale and reach forward towards the front of the room before us. So we're shifting our body weight into that that right leg. We're going to go ahead and strengthen that right knee beneath us, and we're going to come up on that tippy toe behind us. Okay, so we're going to get confident with this back and forth motion. Let's exhale to rest back, finding that warrior one, safe knee. Inhale, move forward, reach with like the heart, with the chin. Exhale to rest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rest. Okay, I'm going to make it a little harder for us. Let's reach the hands way up tall to the sky. And then let's try that again. Let's inhale, move forward. Exhale, move back. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, coming forward and resting back. And I'm going to make it one step harder. If this is already hard enough for your balance, because it's not easy, you can keep rocking back and forth. But I want to see if we can try balancing. Okay, so let's inhale and reach forward on that back tippy toe. Now, if you want to try going a little further here, let's reach towards the front of the room with our hands and see if we can lift that back tippy toe off of the mat behind us, okay? So even if we're really close to the ground, we're just not connected yet, I want you to know that you are in warrior three. If you feel confident enough to lower the heart in line with the hip and reach forward and point the toe back, you're still in warrior three. But even if you are close to the ground, you've made it, okay? One more great breath. And let's drop the back foot to the mat. Rise up nice and tall, warrior one. Exhale, let's forward fold to the mat with both hands. Let's step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Forward fold. Pedal out the knees and heels behind us, kind of like we do in downward facing dog. Rock the body weight back into the heels. Wiggle out the toes for a moment. Okay. Inhale, rise up for our half lift. Exhale to hang heavy. Maybe hug the legs, maybe shake the head. Okay. Awesome. When you're ready, drop the palms to the mat. I think I changed my sides, but you can keep going with it whichever side you're confident with. Let's go ahead and step our right foot back this time. I think I said that last time, but I was on my left. I'm back and forth between my mirrors. Sorry. All right, so our right foot goes back. Our left knee is safe over our left ankle. We'll rise up nice and strong. We'll find our way to that short stance, warrior one. Both feet are flat, both toes pointing forward. Knees safe over the ankles. Sweep the palms to the sky. Exhale, drop the palms to our hips. We've got that wide open heart space from reaching up to the sky. So Superman, Supergirl, whoever you want to be here. Mom or dad, awesome. Let's go ahead and inhale, reach forward with that body weight into the front leg, extending that back leg long, pointing the toe. Okay, exhale to rest back. Warrior one, safe knee. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to rest. Inhale, reach and rest. And we're going to make it a little bit harder here, okay? So let's reach the hands to the sky. And then we'll start it again. We'll inhale, reach towards the front of the room. Exhale to rest. Inhale to reach. Exhale to rest. Last time for practice. We're going to move that body weight forward. Hold strong in that standing leg. When you're ready, exhale to rest back. Warrior one. And here you go. You can try continuing that rocking motion, or you can hold with me. Either way, we're going to reach the body weight forward, and then it's up to you. If you want to reach forward with the heart and try to lift the toe behind you, you're working on warrior three. Even if you're really close to the ground, okay? You've still got warrior three. All right? Ideally, one day we're going to work on getting the body parallel to the ground. It's not easy though, so no judgment. And I will tell you, it helps to keep your balance if you soften that standing knee that you're on. Okay, reach, big breath, warrior three, any variation, one more breath here. And when you're ready, let's plant that back heel, rock the body weight back, warrior one. Exhale, forward fold to the ground. Both hands meet the mat. Let's go ahead and take our steps back here. Let's move into our downward facing dog, step by step with both feet until we find the length of our downward facing dog that we like. We push the hips to the sky and we push the heart back to the knees, okay? We can soften the knees or we can keep them strong. But let's start like we did in our forward fold. Pedal out those knees, pedal out the heels. Okay, let's try to hold for a moment. Let's lift both heels tall off the ground and drop the heels heavy. Awesome. Let's look forward towards our thumbs. Bring the heart over the wrists, high plank. Exhale, push up and back, down dog. Inhale and exhale. One more time, we'll come forward on the inhale. We'll push back on the exhale. Awesome. Let's come forward into our high plank. Drop our knees to the ground. Untuck the toes behind us and fold back for child's pose. So we're going to bring the hips to the heels and the heart down towards the knees. And we can choose in our child's pose for long arms reaching out, resting arms before us, crossed arms beneath the forehead. But whatever we choose to do with the arms, we're going to drop the forehead as heavy to the ground as we can. Child's pose. Release tension with the breath. Imagine if you can, as you exhale and you feel that warm breath leave the body, imagine that's also carrying tension with it. Almost like the muscle tension is melting away with that exhale. No judgment, no expectation, no need for accomplishment. Okay, we're going to look forward on the mat. Let's reach the hands way out before us. Let's rise up to our tabletop, our hands and our knees posture. We may have to adjust. We can set the hands right beneath the shoulders, knees right beneath the hips. Remind yourself that we're spreading the fingertips out super duper wide here, starfish hands. And we're also softening the elbows a little bit. So we've got our long spine nice and neutral. Let's try to crunch a little bit today. We haven't done that in a couple of days. So for our crunches, let's reach our left leg way back behind us and point the toe. We're going to try and lift that heel up to about hip height if we can. That's our half spinal balance. We're going to exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose, round the spine like our cheetah. And then we'll extend the leg out long on the inhale. And that's where we're going to be with our breath. Exhale and inhale. 3 more. Awesome. Reach way out long with that toe. And let's go ahead and drop the toe down to the mat behind us. Let's tuck the toe under so that the ball of the foot and the toe connect. And then the heel remains lifted. And then we're going to rock a little bit back into that heel. So we're going to try what I like to call our runner's stretch here. We're going to exhale and push the heart, hips, and heel towards the back of the room. So we're going to push into that heel. If this is really uncomfortable for you, that's okay if you want to rock back and forth into the stretch rather than holding it, or you can hold still. It's up to you, okay? Relax at the elbows. I find myself every now and then getting tense, so let it go, okay? From our runner's stretch, let's go ahead and come back into neutral, dropping both knees to the mat. Let's tuck both toes under behind us, and then we're going to climb up over the knee into a tall spine. So we've got knees right beneath our hips, right beneath our shoulders. We're nice and tall here, okay? So this is our kneeling mountain, half of our mountain. Okay, we're going to sweep the palms wide and tall overhead. Because we have toes tucked under behind us, we're going to try a great big back bend, but we're going to take it step by step here, okay? So we're going to be really intentional and really mindful of what we're doing and how we feel. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, okay? When we exhale, I want to challenge you to swing the right palm way back behind us like we're reaching for something at the back of the room. And then if you are comfortable doing so, you can come close to the heel. And if this is too tense for you, if you don't like leaning back at an angle, like we're kind of leaning towards one of the corners of our mat, you do not have to stay here. You can keep bringing the heart back to neutral and exhaling and swinging back. And you can create a swinging motion here. Instead of staying in that gentle start of our back bend, you can keep moving, okay? 2 options, movement or stillness. 2 more breaths. Awesome, wide open heart space. Okay, when you're ready, let's come to neutral, both palms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold to our tabletop, carefully setting hands and knees at the mat. Untuck the toes, pull the hips back to the heels, drop the forehead heavy, child's pose. This is really important. We're trying to round out that low back space. We're challenging that low back space when we do those tiny back bends. And we're trying to build up our endurance and our confidence going further into those back bends. So now we need to round it out. And then we'll look forward, we'll rise into our tabletop. And let's try our crunches on the other side. So we can move away from that low back space for just a moment, okay? So let's reach both hands beneath our shoulders, knees beneath our hips, fingertips wide, elbows soft. Right foot reaches way out long behind us, point the toe, okay? Half spinal balance. We're gonna move back and forth with our breath, just like earlier. Let's try 5 crunches with our own cycle of breath. You don't have to be at the same pace as me. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to reach. 3 more. No hurry. Cheetah pose and spinal balance. Awesome. Let's go ahead and drop that toe to the ground behind us. Tuck the toe and the ball of the foot under. Leave the heel lifted. And again, we'll try our runner stretch. We'll push the heart, hips, and heel to the back of the room. And we'll point that heel to the wall behind us. Maybe we're uncomfortable holding still. Maybe we need to rock with that stretch a little bit. We're going to feel a lot in our calf muscle here. And some of us are going to feel that way up in the hamstring at the back of the thigh. So just be mindful of what you feel. And if that feels like your level of effort, and rest today. Okay? And back to neutral. Let's go ahead and drop both knees to the mat. Tuck both toes under. Rise up for our half mountain. Okay, set those knees maybe just about hip or a little bit wider than hip distance. Knees, hips, shoulders in line. Heart space wide open. Spine tall and proud. Okay, let's try swinging on that left side. Let's reach the hands way up tall to the sky. Okay, and remember, we're going to relax away from the ears a little bit. We're going to keep reaching with the hands in the heart space, and let's start. Exhaling to swing the left palm back like we're reaching for something behind us. Maybe dropping down towards the direction of the heel. Some of us will feel comfortable enough to rest the body weight back. Some of us are just going to reach today and we feel comfortable staying here. And some of us are going to want to move. That's okay. We can keep on moving with it if we want to. Or we can choose just to hold. I want to give you those options. Movement or stillness here. We're going to try 3 more breaths in movement or stillness. Okay, lots of options. Keeping the heart space wide open, keeping that breath moving. It's not comfortable and it's not easy. I didn't say it was going to be easy. All right, and when we're ready, let's reach both hands to the sky. Forward fold to our tabletop, carefully setting hands and knees at the mat. Untuck the toes, and this time, walk the knees out wide towards the edges of the mat. Leave the 2 big toes together in the middle of the mat, and bring the hips back to the heels. And this time, we can reach way out long, we can rest the arms, or we can cross the arms. But again, we drop the forehead heavy. And in our wide stance child's pose, let's also let the belly drop heavy to the ground. All right, take a few moments, 3 great breaths. Complete inhale and complete exhale. Awesome. Let's go ahead and reach forward with both hands. Let's build ourselves up to tabletop, setting hands and knees beneath the body again. Now, if you're not familiar with that posture that we were in earlier with that gentle back bend, where we were trying to challenge it a little bit more, that's called our camel pose. So let's see if we can try a little bit more work in that camel pose. Let's tuck both toes under. Okay. Let's build up to our half mountain. Okay. Kneeling mountain. Here we are. Ooh, I know those knees are getting a little interesting, but remember, you can have a towel or a blanket underneath the knees if it's starting to get just really uncomfortable. Set yourself up with extra cushion, but keep the grip of the feet strong. So don't put anything cushy underneath the toes. You're going to need them for that grip, okay? All right, so from our kneeling mountain, let's sweep the hands to the sky. And I want to challenge you here to exhale and release the right hand to the back of the room and a little bit low. Okay, if we have decided from last time that we don't like reaching to the foot, I want to challenge you with a little bit of a more restful posture. Set the flat of your hand to the shelf on top of your glutes. You're going to find with the heel of your palm, you're going to find that hip bone behind you, and then push the hand down on top of the glutes, okay? And then exhale, swing the left palm back, and maybe we choose to reach for the ankles and lean a little bit into the weight of the body, back into the toes. Or we can take the flat of the palm, finding the heel of the palm to push into a hip bone, and then the hands push the glutes down, and the elbows point to the back of the room, okay? And whether we have that support from the hands, or if we're reaching, we're going to look up to the sky, push the chin up, and lean the heart a little bit behind those knees. You do not have to go far here. With support, without support, you don't have to impress anybody. And if you need to come back to neutral and shake it out, so be it. Take a break. When you're ready, reset the heel of the palm, reset the hand, point the elbows back and reach, or reach with just the fingertips. Okay, lots of options here. Sorry, I'm trying to give so many options. All right, from our camel pose, let's rise back up into neutral. Set the hands to either sides of our hips, untuck our toes behind us, so feet are flat, and then let's try to sit down into our hero's pose. Ooh, those knees. They should be growling a little bit. They should be. Okay, so we're going to sit back on top of our heels. We're going to try to stack the spine up. Okay, so we're doing a lot of work on the front thigh right here, right now. Okay, we're feeling probably a little bit of fire down here at the start of our thigh muscles right next to the knee. You're not alone, my friend. Okay, hero's pose. Keep the spine as tall as you can. Drop the arms heavy. Shake it out if you need to. Distract yourself. Gently roll the head in a great circle. And then when you come to a stopping point, reverse that circle. All right. Distract yourself. You've got it. Come back to neutral. Walk the hands forward to tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Sweep the hips up and back. Soft knees or strong knees. We push the heart towards the legs either way. Head off the knees and ankles. Okay, lift up to the tippy toes for a moment and then drop the heels heavy. Keep your gaze back on those toes and let's walk the hands back to meet our feet. Kind of an awkward way to get out of downward facing dog, but again, we soften the knees. We drop the heart heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Rise up to our half lift. Exhale to hang heavy. Okay. When we're ready, we're going to rise up to our half lift. We're going to try and keep the spine straight, and we're going to climb all the way up to mountain until we can line up the heels, knees, hips, and shoulders. Roll those shoulders back while we're at it. Soften the knees a little bit. Give a little bounce. Okay, rock forward into the toes, back into the heels. Find a good balance here. Okay. All right. From our mountain pose, we're going to try a great sweeping movement into our, we'll see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. I'm not going to give away any cues. Let's just see what happens, okay? Settle the feet strong beneath you. Become aware of where your body weight is settled into those feet. Sweep the hands wide and tall to the sky. Okay. Exhale, forward fold. Soften at the knees as we go. Let's walk forward into our downward facing dog. Hips to the sky, heart back towards the knees. Inhale, sweep the right leg high behind you. Exhale, step the right foot forward and through. Settle the knee, safe over the ankle. Okay, we talked about this a lot already. We want the knee safe over the ankle so that shin bone is straight to the front of the room. We can be a little bit behind that ankle, but we don't want to be beyond because then we're getting way too far into our hip flexor too early, okay? So we're starting with our lunge, nice and neutral. Now let's leave our left palm in the mat inside of our right foot as we are. And then let's lift our right hand off of the mat, curl that hand into a fist, and let's curl that elbow in front of the body like a pirate or like a vampire, swooping their cape, okay? And then we're gonna inhale, sweep the elbow past our knee, open up the heart and the hand to the sky, and then exhale, come back down into our pirate stance, okay? Push both hands into the mat, and then let's rise up to standing. Woo, we'll try, okay? Hands to the sky. Exhale to roll those shoulders back. Okay, we've got a long step here. So let's take our way back to the back of the mat. We're gonna try and anchor into that front foot. Hang on. We're gonna anchor into the front foot, and then we're gonna push back into our mountain, even if it takes a couple of steps. You know, we'll find our way back. Okay, settle the feet, soften the knees, tall spine, open heart. Okay, we're gonna try this world's greatest stretch. Let's see what happens, okay? Sweep the palms wide and tall. Exhale, forward fold, tall spine, soft knees. Walk into downward facing dog, hips to the sky, heart back. Inhale, left leg rises up. Exhale, step it on through, even if it takes a couple different steps, okay? Knee safe over the ankle. Whew, sorry. All right, right palm in the mat, inside of the left foot. Left hand off of the mat. Curl that left hand into a fist. Curl that elbow in front of the body. Pirate or vampire. Okay. Inhale, sweep way out past the knee and open the heart and open the hand. Exhale, curl it back up. Both palms find the mat. We'll rise into standing when feet feel strong beneath us. Doesn't have to be graceful. Open up the heart. All right. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, release hands to our side. Awesome. This is where we find our strength. We settle into that front foot. Okay, let's go ahead and push back into mountain. Woo. All right, let's try that one more time on each side. Shake it out a little bit. All right, settle those feet strong. Soften the knees. Build up the spine. Open the heart. Let's try that on our right side, okay? Palms wide and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it out. Okay, hips to the sky, look back. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step on through. Settle the feet. Make sure you feel strong and balanced. Left palm stays in the mat. Right arm curls before us. Inhale, sweep way out wide, way up tall. Exhale to unwind. All right. Rise up to standing. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, swing the palms back to open the heart. Hands at the hips. Settle your awareness on that front foot. You got it, okay? When you're ready, push back, mountain. Woo, shake it out. Last time on our left side, okay? Palms wide and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk it out. Okay, push the hips to the sky, and when you're ready, inhale, left leg. Exhale, step through. Woo. Settle into the body here. All right, right palm in the mat, left arm curl. Inhale, sweep wide and tall, stretch. And then release both hands to the mat. Woo. Inhale, rise up, feel strong. Reach the palms tall. Release the palms to the hips. Wide open heart space. Settle that awareness forward. And when you're ready, push off of the mat. Woo, find your mountain. Shake it out. Last time, I promise. Woo. Okay, from mountain. Feet strong beneath us. Knees a little relaxed. Spine tall and proud. Open heart space. Woo. All right, when you're ready, let's go ahead and sweep the palms wide and tall overhead. Let's lift the hands and lift the heart, maybe lean a little bit back. Find our nice neutral spine again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. Let's walk the hands forward to down dog. Okay. Let's drop the knees to the mat and untuck the toes. Option this time for knees to remain hip distance for neutral child's pose, or knees to come out wide stance for wide stance child's pose. But we'll bring the hips down, we'll bring the heart down, the forehead, and we'll breathe. Okay, try to take 4 great breaths in the body here. Oh, another opportunity that I have not mentioned yet is when you're in child's pose, when you're in restful postures, you do not have to remain perfectly still. You can rock and roll a little bit. If you need that movement in the hips or in the shoulders, you can move. You don't have to stay still. One more great breath. All right. When you're ready, let's reach those hands way forward. Let's rise up to our tabletop, hands and knees at the mat. Oh, finally, let's come into our seated posture, bringing hips to the ground. Whew. And let's go ahead and start with feet way out long in front of us. So we're going to kick those heels way out before us. We're going to stand our toes to the sky. We're going to build up the spine, tall and proud. Whether we choose to soften the knees if the hamstrings are tense today or keep them strong is up to you. But as long as those toes are standing to the sky, we're flexing where we need to flex, okay? We're doing our work. We're going to build up the spine. I'm going to introduce a new opportunity in our forward fold here today as well. So when we're taking this forward fold, I want you to imagine what I like to call a reaching breath. So when we inhale, we reach tall through the spine. When we exhale, we reach forward with the heart. Hands will rest wherever they feel comfortable. Knees soft or strong, but when we inhale, we build up our spine. And when we exhale, we fold. Trying to keep that back strong, trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears. You got it. 3 more breaths. All right, when you feel ready, let's rise up into our tall spine. We're going to try something a little different here as well. So I want to challenge you to stand your left knee to the sky. So the left foot is flat in front of you. Okay. When we have that left knee bent, I want you to swoop this left ankle across the top of our right thigh. So I want you to notice how when I cross over the thigh here, I line up my shin bone across the top of my thigh. I want to try to avoid resting right on the ankle itself because then we have a tendency to let the foot roll open and then the hip goes into a weird place and the ankle's in a weird place. So instead of resting right on the ankle, strong bones crossing strong bones here. Flatten both feet to the space around you. Build up that spine. Okay, we're going to send the heart forward and we have lots of options here as well. So we can rest the arms on top of that open knee. That's going to help us open the hip a little bit. Or we could reach way out long across that long leg for that hamstring stretch. We could do a combination of both, hip opener and hamstring stretch. Or we could choose to completely ignore the legs and just work on how we feel in the back of the body. Okay? Lots of options here. No matter what you choose to focus on, you are in half shoelace posture, like we're tying our shoe. Okay, great breath in the body. All right, When you're ready, let's go ahead and build up the spine tall and proud. Let's go ahead and exchange the legs. So we're going to send the left leg out long. We're going to bend the right knee. Let's scoop that right ankle across the top of our left thigh. Let the right leg rest as much as it does here, okay? No pressure. Again, strong bones crossing strong bones here. We're not dumping into the foot. We're letting the foot be flexed here. So both feet are flat to the space around us. That flexes the foot. Stand up tall and proud, or sit up tall and proud, okay? And then we've got lots of opportunity before us. So we'll send the heart forward with the exhale, and we'll choose. Focus on our hip opener. Focus on our hamstring stretch. To kind of do a combination of both. Or to completely ignore what the legs are doing and just focus on what we feel like focusing on. Up to you. Either way, half shoelace, just like before, tying our shoe. All right. It's a lot like our reclined pigeon posture, which we'll visit again anyway. We'll build up nice and tall. We'll flatten both feet to the ground before us so that both knees are standing to the sky. And now we're going to start to recline. So let's be mindful of how much space we have. We'll create more space if we need it. We'll roll back onto the mat, scoop the knees right up over the chest, and wrap the arms around the legs right away, like a cannonball. Knees to chest posture. Rock and roll side to side. Okay, before I mentioned that some people I know like to rock kind of forward and back, up and down along the spine. I can't do that. I am not physically able to do that. So if you like it, by all means, more power to you. But if you prefer rocking side to side, I'm right there with you. Okay, come back into a neutral place. Let's go ahead and drop our left foot to the ground so that only the right knee is up over the chest. And this one's going to be a little interesting. We're going to roll through the range of motion of our hip here. So let's take both hands and lace the fingers around the shin bone or the knee comfortably if we can, okay? And I want you to imagine that we're drawing a circle in the air with the tip of our knee. So we're going to inhale and let that knee expand away from the body a little bit. And we're going to exhale, drop off to the side of the body. And then we're going to scoop the knee back towards our heart and up towards the sky. We're going to try and draw a circle with that knee, one at a time, just our right leg now, okay? The tough part of holding on to our legs as we allow them to operate most comfortably the way they do is that we tend to shrug up while we're rising. I want you to try to keep the spine flat to the ground, and if you need to loosen your grip on that knee so that it doesn't feel like you're shrugging your way to nothingness, then by all means, you can hold on to the soft part of the knee. You could just let the knee operate on its own. I just find it interesting to have the body working together, hands and knee. But that's a personal preference. You're the boss here, not me. Okay? So let's go ahead and exchange the legs. We'll come to neutral. We'll drop the right foot. We'll bring the left knee up. We'll cradle the knee, shin bone, thigh, whatever feels best on that side. And let's start to rock and roll with it. So let's inhale, open up to the sky. Exhale, drop off to the side of the body and come back to neutral. Inhale to rise. Exhale, drop off. And just keep that circle going for a few moments. Some of us may not notice anything of significance here. Some of us might feel, ooh, my glutes are a lot more tense than I thought they were, and that's totally normal. Every single body, every single person is completely different. So our postures are never going to look the same anyway. That's why I try to really emphasize it's not about what it looks like, it's about what it feels like. Let's go ahead and come back to neutral with that left foot. Drop the left foot to the ground. We're starting to move into restfulness. So we've been through quite a few different options here before. We can rock and roll. We could just keep the knees to the sky for restfulness. We could find broken bridge, which is feet out at the edges of the mat, knees leaned against each other in the middle. Excellent for low back tension. Or butterfly, which is the exact opposite of broken bridge, bringing the feet in, letting the knees fall away. And the feet can be as close or as far as you want them to be for the hip stretch. Okay. Broken bridge for low back. Butterfly for hip stretch. Or just legs way out long. For our final relaxation today, remind yourself to relax the shoulders away from the ears so it doesn't feel like we're shrugging up anymore. Let's relax the face, maybe closing the eyes for a few moments. Try to let go of tension at the brow, in the cheeks, at the jaw. And if you find yourself changing your mind about where your restfulness feels comfortable, please change your posture. You don't have to stay perfectly still to be at peace. Allow yourself to change your mind, change your position, and to be comfortable with that change. Okay, you are more than welcome to leave the video, to pause and remain in your own personal restfulness for maybe 5 or 10 minutes if you like. Or you can continue along the video with me whenever you're ready. Let's at least take 5 full breaths here, where we allow the inhale to rise to a great capacity in the body. And then the exhale just falls so heavy in the body that we can almost feel parts of the body just sinking into the mat. And then we continue again. Inhale to expand. And exhale to sink and lie heavy. And I will not be the boss of you here. And there are a lot of different ways to go about reawakening the body. But if you're staying with me here today, let's go ahead and stretch the fingers and toes and rock around the ankles and wrists a little bit, and maybe roll the hips, roll the shoulders if we need to. Rock the head side to side if it helps you feel a little more comfortable, and we're reawakening the body step by step today. So when you feel ready, let's make our way back into a seated posture. Any seated posture you like. Any way to get there that feels right for you. Okay. We'll come into a comfortable seated place just like when we began. We'll root the hips down strong beneath us. We'll stack up the spine piece by piece. We'll relax the shoulders down and back. We're just going to keep breathing for a few more moments. So I'll ask you at this time to reconsider, to bring back to your mind whatever purpose or intention brought you here. Let's take one more great breath. And it's at this time, at the end of our practice today, that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you. Namaste.